Scott, you have to have some witty intro. Hit us.
You caught me napping.
Could talk about what Stu was just talking about. No, don't.
No.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. How you guys doing?
I feel the need for speed.
Yeah. Stu was talking about things in Vegas that we won't talk about.
Yeah. Timing of services in Vegas.
Okay. Let's just leave it at
Cheesecake
that.
Factory.
Are you the early worm or the late worm?
Oh, okay. Okay, Stu. We're good. How you guys doing?
Fini? Say Fini.
Good. Finny? Look what I have swag. I have test swag.
That's sweet.
Random selection show shirt. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Got the ASL Academy logo. There's something on the back too. So
Oh, it's so sexy.
I'll get you guys some shirts, what you want, and I'll put a link somewhere on the site in the videos, whatever. If anyone else wants to order, it's a print on demand. I'm not marking any of them up. I'm not making any money off of it. So if you want to order whatever, just go for it. Okay. But yeah,
right. Yeah.
we'll get some shirts for you guys. That'd be cool.
Nice.
Updates. I have a couple updates. Not as extensive as last week, where I went on a little rant about expressing my opinion about unboxings and whatnot. I've got two things. Has to do with videos. All the videos on the channel. I always put timestamps in, so if you guys want to skip this intro and get right to the action, the wheel spins, or on unboxing videos, if you want to skip my rambling at the beginning, get right to the unboxing, just use the timestamps and it'll skip to certain topics. And the other thing is, all the videos on the channel have been being auto-translated to other languages for a few months now, I think. Usually there's about 12 different languages, so people overseas and where English is not their first language, maybe it's Spanish or Japanese or Hindu even, and Indian or whatever. There's a mixture of different languages that is auto-dubbed over us, over me, or even over us in these videos. So opens up the video to people who English may not be their first language. They can watch our videos and enjoy them, hopefully. So that's all I had for updates.
Yo quiero es Taco Bell.
See.
So if I click on it and then click like whatever, it'll read it.
No.
In that, will it be audio or just CC?
It's audio. It's dubbed. So if you click on the gear,
shit.
If you click on the gear,
is it terrible? Is it terrible audio?
No. I don't speak a second language, but it sounds.
Well, yeah, I want to hear you speaking Japanese.
Yeah.
No, I mean is it like R2D2 or is it like
It's all AI and stuff sounds good to me.
Can I get it to sound like politicians or other people or
robots?
No. Angelina Jolie or some shit like that.
No, they're just
they're real sexy ASMR.
They're generic AI voices, but yeah, you click on the gear and it'll say like voice streams or audio streams or whatever, and it'll show a number, and then you click on that and it'll drop down with the different languages you can switch to.
Okay.
There's no closed captioning. It's actually dubbed, AI.
You can show us an example.
Let's see if it'll show up. Let's see if hopefully the audio.
Right.
Let's see. Let's do the last show. Welcome to the party, pal. You guys won't be able to hear it. Sure. Let me turn it up. What is it? Just water?
We can hear it.
Vodka. Bourbon.
Vodka.
Can you hear it?
Vodka.
Let's go. What language you want to hear? How you doing tonight?
Russian.
I don't think Russian is
Japanese.
Japanese. Ready?
はい。ということだ。こうなることは分かっていただろう。
Oh, yeah.
僕も分かった。
Nice.
エピソ
How
ード14で、スチューに敬意
How
を
about
表して
Portuguese?
シャツを着ているんだ。これは逆さまだと思う。
Portuguese
逆かもしれない
on。there?
ビデオではさ
Ao contrário no vídeo. Está reto aqui em cima. Mal-humorado. Sim,
bad.
gênio de nascença.
Yeah.
Ah, não
It's
por escolha.
Deutsch.
Gênio de nascença. Mal-humorado por
Será que
escolha.
eles
German?
Isso é
How
para o
about German?
estilo.
Yeah, German.
Minha
Nein!
Frau hat mir das vor einiger Zeit besorgt. Sie fand es lustig. Ich weiß nicht, ob es auf mich zutrifft. Ich bin kein Genie und ich bin auch nicht so mürrisch.
Damn,
Glaube
okay.
ich nicht.
Ja.
All
Nein,
right, French.
du bist einfach nur mürrisch. Du bist
French?
für mich
You're gonna
ein
go through
Genie.
all the
French.
languages, aren't you?
Warum?
No, just
Quoi?
just the
Pourquoi
like the
penses-tu que je
first-
suis un génie?
I said Hindu. I meant Hindi.
Quiconque
Hindi,
est plus
yeah.
intelligent que moi est un génie.
That's pretty clean.
Konnichiwa.
Neal.
I mean, I don't know how
Scottish.
Quindi,
Yeah, you got
accurate it
Scottish?
is, but
parlando di magliette,
Is Scottish or
magliette
Irish
dello
in there?
show a selezione casuale di cui ho parlato la
What?
scorsa
Tomo
settimana.
arigato,
I think
Mr.
that's a Gaelic.
Roboto.
Ho una
I think that's
maglietta
a
di prova
Gaelic
in
is
arrivo
a
e potrei mostrarla nel
language.
prossimo episodio,
Yeah,
giusto per
say it
farvi
again.
Scottish
sapere che
is
sto
a
valutando
dialect,
una
I believe.
maglietta
It
prima
means
di
English.
ordinarne qualcuna per voi
Okay, well, it'd be
ragazzi.
English Scottish, but
Qualcun altro
the,
voglia una
why,
maglietta
why not?
da qualche parte e
Are you
potranno
kidding me? I went
seguire.
to I was watching
Ma è
some videos
principalmente
on a
per
guy going to Scotland,
quanto
and
Yep.
I mean they're speaking English, but good God Almighty, it's hard as hell to understand.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway,
hard as hell. It's so amazing.
it's pretty cool. It opens up our videos to lots of people in Europe and Asia to be able to watch. I don't know if people knew that's there, but it
Now,
is.
how'd you do that? Is it just a feature of
Yeah,
YouTube?
Not everyone has it. I got opted in. I don't know how. It just showed up in my YouTube
All right.
channel
I'd love to.
thing,
I'd love to
you
try
know.
and look. I'll have to look up that, but it's through YouTube, right? Not-
dashboard. Yeah, and
okay.
you just turn it on and it automatically does it. You don't have to do anything.
Excuse me.
You just have to
God, that's
enable it.
crazy.
But I don't think
That's crazy.
I got access to it. I don't know how they pick, and I got picked 2-3 months ago, and I just turned it on. So most, if not all, the videos will be translated to not every language. There's only like 12 that work
Yeah.
right now. So
Okay.
all
That
the
makes
videos
sense.
will be translated between 0 and 12 languages. It doesn't always do it in every language in every video. It's kind of, yeah. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Maybe it depends on the audio and how many people are talking, how well it translates. But it sounds
Oh, I
pretty
see.
good when I listen to it, when I check it out. Those are my updates. Scott,
All right.
I know where
just-
you're going.
Yeah, a lot of work. I had the other day off. I was able to grind away on my Blood Reef Terror setup.
Yeah, I saw you
But-
lamenting. You're like, what do I do with all this shit?
Oh my God, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know where to put it all. It's just nuts.
You should stream it. Stream it, Scott. Stream your setup.
My God.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still
Even if like you lag out, people won't know because you just say, "Well, I'm really thinking hard about this one."
Well, even in Vassal, it's Vassal, right? So you can,
Yeah.
but the counter stacks are so high they black out the stacks behind it.
Oh
it's
my
just-
God, that's
it's
crazy.
just nuts.
Yeah, you need to turn on the
Can you
this
zoom
thing.
that shit up?
this
Yeah.
thing. Here,
Does that work?
so like 150. This map is Vassal map is laggy, by the way. Well, Scott knows.
Oh, it's
but
terrible. I'm struggling with it. Yeah, it's terrible.
Once we
Is it
get
like
going, I'm gonna
version
try to
1?
clean it up because there's so much crap on the setup map. Maybe that'll help.
Oh, that looks so small of a map.
So I clicked on 150 and it's thinking about it. 150%.
Oh.
But yeah, you can't scale it.
Has
It's
it done
just-
it yet? Oh my
no,
God.
it's pretty laggy.
Yeah,
There,
I'm starting to
that
have issues with it. Yeah.
So you can see here the counter got smaller. Hex got bigger.
Oh,
Counter got smaller.
Yeah,
so
that works at least. That's not bad.
it's just a little, yeah. Even
I
on
was
my,
trying.
go ahead.
I captured I was trying to pull leaders down, and I captured a leader, and I was dragging it down the map, right? You know how you do. And I got towards the bottom of the screen, and the map, it was so slow that nothing was happening. And then it took off, and it was going too far. So I went to the top of the screen, trying to get it to go back up. Nothing happened. Then it started going up, and it just kept going up and up, and it just went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I finally had to throw the counter away and wait for it to stop somewhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain.
I might play
Yeah,
it
that's a pretty small
200%.
map.
Actually, 200%
That looks
might
good.
not be too,
Yeah, that looks
too
good.
bad. You might could even maybe spread things out a little. Well, maybe not. Maybe
no,
not.
no. You could do it on Tabletop Simulator, but just saying.
Or if
But-
I converted it to, can I convert it to a? Maybe not. I thought there was a.
Damn. Yeah, it's actually pretty small mass. That's very thin,
Yeah,
It's kind of
it's
small.
not.
Very skinny
not
and
huge.
crossed. I thought there was
Shit.
a way
Long.
to do large hexes on here. I don't. Maybe I can't on this
Oh,
one.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Mm.
Yeah. So Scott, where do you think you are in your setup?
Well, I've got Green Beach done, and I started on Red Beach 1, and it's mostly done.
Green's up here. Red Beach is the next one here. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got Red Beach 2 and 3, and then Black Beach. So
Black Beach is like
almost
reserves,
almost
right?
40.
Kinda?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
almost 40%.
Okay.
But
Cool. So yeah, maybe a couple weeks.
It's
we
a
might
lot
be
of
able to
work.
Start it. Yeah.
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Stu, what up?
ASL wise, jeez, I really don't know that I have any updates. I'm trying to getting some stuff together on my plate, but I've just been busy doing other stuff during the week, trying to find a car. That's about it. And yeah, just kind
car?
of zoning out, to be honest.
Car
Yeah,
conk out or?
no, I haven't had a car for like years. I have a county
Oh
truck
yeah,
I
yeah.
get to bring home. So we
Right.
just, we have other cars, but I personally don't have a car. So
Yeah.
but I'm looking for one because things change and I need to have a car that allows me to travel to Seattle and wherever Scott is, so I could drop off his computer.
Yeah, you need to just run down to your local Lamborghini dealer, and
Oh,
you go.
I'll be there in 10 minutes.
that reminds me, Scott. You mentioned Lamborghini. Amy and I were out for a walk the other morning. This
Yeah.
weekend, must have been this weekend. And a few neighborhoods over, I glanced down the cul-de-sac and I see an orange Lamborghini parked with the doors up.
Oh yeah.
I think I might have been running. I'm like, what the hell's that doing here? I mean,
Damn.
we don't live in like Beverly Hills, right? I mean, it's a nice development, but and then we go a little bit further down the street, and there's a giant semi parked on the side of the road with its blinkers on, and it says on the side of it like supercar or something. It's like they
Oh,
deliver
yeah.
supercars to people. So apparently, some guy
Oh,
bought
wow.
a Lamborghini in our neighborhood, a few neighborhoods over.
I think you need to.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think you need to go over there and introduce yourself.
there you go.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not buying a Lamborghini. That's a little side
Oh,
story.
you had a Ducati for a while. That's almost the same thing.
The only thing that's the same about that is they're both made in Italy. That's about it.
Well, yeah.
One costs, who knows? I don't know, 300 grand or more. I don't know how much they cost. And the other one at the time was probably, that was 2010. I don't know, 12, 13 grand maybe at the time.
Damn.
A little bit of a difference. Plus the Ducati was a piece of shit. Lamborghinis catch on fire, so I don't know. Maybe they're similar.
So it's a car that smells like shit because of the fire.
Yeah, Ferraris and Lamborghinis have a habit of catching on fire, the rear ends. Okay, you want to do this?
Oh, weren't we talking about that earlier?
Okay. Vegas.
Spin this mofo.
Okay. Vegas.
Spin that bitch.
I took the live stream off of here because that was too much work.
Yeah.
We talked about it. Maybe we'll do a live stream occasionally, but doing it at 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock
You serious?
Eastern
Yeah.
on a weeknight isn't ideal. So maybe once in a while we'll schedule a live stream and do a show on a live stream. But
Yeah,
I took it
sounds
off the
good.
wheel. It was an experiment. Okay, you ready? You ready? Ready? Let's go.
Do
okay,
it.
let's go. Make it big.
Let's go. I think it'll be. Oh.
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 Games beside
Games
ASL.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Is
Click,
there any?
click, click,
Is there any?
What you talking about, Willis?
click.
you talking about?
Let's see. Okay.
Who goes?
Yeah, who goes
Who picks it?
first? Oh,
Who goes
I
first?
divided this up.
Oh, holy shit!
I split
The
it and
twins?
added another wedge for each of us, but I split our
Yeah.
percentage just to make it,
Mm.
I don't know, more randomish. I don't know. But it's the same percentages.
More occupied. Oh, look at that! Look at
And
that!
who goes first?
You
This
should
oh,
play the Three
Jesus.
Stooges.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Right
Neal starts. I start.
in the middle.
And the topic is games besides ASL. Like, well, yeah, Scott said, what game? What other games besides ASL? Before I started playing ASL a lot again, I played a lot of games, a lot of different games. Wait, let me start the timer before I forget again. Here we go. They were, and this was when I was working a lot. Easy, bro. When I was working a lot, I played primarily video games. I did play Combat Commander some as well because Combat Commander. I think this is, and Scott, I think we talked about this before we started in getting deep into ASL again. I think you pinged me on Facebook, and I said, "Oh yeah, Combat Commander is like a lighter version of ASL, a little more gamey, a little more chaotic." So I was playing that because the overhead for Combat Commander was fairly low. I mean, significantly lower than ASL, and there was a wide variety of modules, right? There was Mediterranean and Pacific and a couple few others, I think. And,
Resistance.
yeah, and Operation Sea Lion, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
They're like 8 or 9 modules. Yeah.
Yeah, it had a good variety. Pretty simple to learn, low overhead, really fun to play. So I played Combat Commander. I even convinced a friend at work who didn't play war games, hex and counter games, to
Wow.
play it, and he did. He read the rule book and he got it. And the cool thing about Combat Commander is the chaos of the system is kind of a great equalizer. So you could be a really skilled player, and the way the system works, it can knock you down a peg, and some guy who's fairly new and inexperienced and not as good can eke out a win because of this crazy stuff that can happen. And that happens sometimes. I played my wife once when I first got it, and she beat me just because of the craziness of what can happen with the card draws.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that Combat Commander, yes, I played that. That's pretty much it for at least board games prior to getting deeply into ASL again. I actually had a lot of old Hex and Counter games, and I sold them back in 2000, between probably 2002, 2003. I had a whole bunch, I had, the Panzer Leaders and the Panzer Blitz and Rise and Fall of the Third Reich and MBT and a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm like, I am never going to play this stuff. But I didn't sell one ASL item.
Yeah.
For two
Of course
reasons.
not. No.
For two reasons. Three reasons. One, I knew I was going to come back to it someday. Two, I knew I would regret it. Right? Almost everyone you hear about, that you read about on the different communities, Facebook or whatever, they say, "Oh, I sold all my stuff back in whenever, and now I have to rebuy it all at quadruple the price or higher." So I knew I'd regret selling it. And three, I didn't know if it would ever be. I don't know if I would ever be able to get it again. Some of this stuff. So I kept all this ASL stuff, and I jettisoned all my other board game stuff, including a lot of Dungeons and Dragons stuff that I'd had since like when Scott and I first met back in junior high. A lot of really old stuff. And I knew once I got back into board gaming, it would be primarily ASL only. Maybe Combat Commander once in a while, because that's a lot of fun. But other than that, in between that time, I played lots and lots of video games. Stu, you've probably heard of Mass Effect, the Mass Effect trilogy. It's like a sci-fi action RPG. It's like one of my favorite games, a trilogy.
Nice.
Mass Effect Andromeda, I enjoyed. Not as good, but I don't shit on it like everyone else does. I had fun playing it. Cyberpunk 2077, Starfield, The Division 1 and 2, XCOM, the whole XCOM series.
Yeah, XCOM's good.
All kinds of 3D shooters from all the way from the original Doom up to the Wolfenstein ones that came out recently. 3D shooters don't seem to be a thing really much anymore. Purely 3D shooters. 3D shooters with RPG elements are a thing like Starfield. Well, Starfield's a third person, not a first person, but it's just a different perspective. That's got RPG elements, but it's a shooter. Or looter shooters like Borderlands 3 and
Right.
Destiny 1 and 2 and yeah, I played lots and lots of games other than ASL. Yeah. How about you guys?
So what I mean, as far as this topic, is it games that other games we like besides ASL, or games that we own, or what?
Yeah. Anything. Any game.
Anything.
Any game besides ASL that you own, you want to play, you like, you dislike, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Video games. I know you weren't a big video game player.
Well, no, PlayStation. I had a few computer games, but Call of Duty.
Oh yeah. The old one, not the new crap.
Yeah. No, the old one. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I guess I've never really been a war game fanatic. Like my collection has never been huge. I mean, it's probably bigger now than it's ever been, right? But we started playing Squad Leader in '78, right? But
yeah,
that was my first Avalon Hill game was Squad Leader.
Was it? Do you? I'm remembering. Do you still? I remember playing or trying.
We played Luftwaffe.
Yeah, Luftwaffe. I remember you having Africa Corps, I think.
Yeah, I had Africa Corps, but that all came after Squad Leader.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I mean, it was that right about that same time, right? But it was just after that. I didn't. But yeah, we tried playing Luftwaffe. I had Air Force. Never did play Africa Corps,
Fortress Europa,
or Blitzkrieg.
I think you had
Fortress Europa. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever really played any of those. I still have I think most of those. I still.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you still had those.
I think I gave Africa Corps to Eric, but I think I still have the other ones. But it was unpunched. I mean, it's just been sitting in the closet for 40 years, and it was unpunched, unplayed.
That's
it was,
money.
Pretty pristine. Yeah.
Money.
But late to probably the early teens, I kind of started getting back into wargaming before we got back into playing ASL, and well, I had a buddy that ran a hobby store. He was selling me some games. I had Wacom Rhine, some Avalanche Press games, Salpac. I think and I don't know. I played a few of them once in a while, but they're just, I always want to play ASL again. But
do you still have all those?
More
games? The newer ones you bought? The ones you just mentioned?
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah.
Oh, like Panzergrenader. He sold me quite a few. I had half a dozen modules of Panzergrenader, which is platoon level. But I played it a few times, but it was nothing like ASL or even Squad Leader. It just kind of didn't do much for me. But
yeah,
I mean, more recent years though. I mean, I've gotten into. I remember 8 years ago or so, I had a guy that showed me BCS, MMP's BCS, and he had I think it was last Blitzkrieg, and then OCS module, Tunisia, and he was telling me about those, and so I kind of, and at that point too, I'd been playing a bunch before that. Well, you told me about Combat Commander. I got Combat Commander. I really liked that. Played that. But I was also playing, since there's not a lot of, this was before I got onto Vassal, really. And I was buying a bunch of solitaire war games from DVG. I was playing those, and which are nice, but they're not like a hex and counter game. It's like a board top computer game almost, you know. The solitaire games that got like their built-in AI and
Right.
but anyway, but then so at a certain point I kind of was getting tired of reading rules all the time, you know, playing.
And now that's all you
Well,
now,
yeah,
now you
it's all
play
I do.
ASL.
But trying to I guess more like trying to learn new game systems, right?
Yeah.
My brain can't
So
hold
that's
it
when
all.
that's why I kind of like decided to quit buying every new game that came out and focus more on like series games. That's like, and I ended up the first one I tried was BCS, MMP's Battalion Combat System, and I really like that. I mean, it's probably like as far as favorite games, it's right there with ASL. I really like the BCS, and you know, I have quite a few OCS games, and I've read the rules and I've messed around with it a little bit. You know, set it up in vassal, kind of run through the rules and stuff, but I haven't totally figured it out. I've got some line of battle games. They're MMPs.
What about
Yeah.
GTS?
Yeah, GTS.
I have a couple, and it looks interesting because roughly, I think I checked it once. I think 2 hexes is roughly equal to a geo board. That's kind of the scale.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That's pretty cool.
It's company sized,
Yeah.
right? I like smaller. Like I'm not into like strategic level. I'm more of a tactical. That's another thing about BCS. It's a grand tactical.
Yeah.
Or
and
whatever.
We played it, and that's probably the highest level
yeah.
I would go. You know, I start losing interest after that.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, OCS I've not totally gotten into because it's a larger scale. But GTS, yeah, like last summer when you were having, you first started having problems with your mom, and I think you were writing your book, and we weren't really playing much ASL. So I was working on GTS, and it's I don't know, it's pretty comparable to BCS. It's a little different, you know, but it's kind of similar, and but it's fun. The only thing I don't like about it is it's run on a 10-sided die. But
just one? Just one?
1 10-sided die. So, what 10-sided dice do, right? So it's just kind of but the way it works, it actually works fairly good with their system, the way they have their, CRT, their combat results table and stuff. It works pretty good, but
yeah.
I'd like to get back.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to get back to playing more GTS before I forget what I learned.
I need to find where mine are. I think they're upstairs somewhere. I think I have 2 GTS modules. Stu, this is the first time that we've talked half the show and Stu hasn't said anything. What the hell?
What the hell?
It's long overdue.
It's
long overdue.
And I could keep going, but let's see what Stu has to say.
But yeah, I think I'm with you guys. Combat Commander is a really good game to go to. My boy likes Great War Commander. Very similar. Couple extra rules, but nothing that any Combat Commander couldn't pick up instantly. The maps are far superior. It's World War One, but it's tactical, small unit things. It's an excellent game. We played that a couple times. Great War Commander.
Great War Commander.
By Hexasim, yeah. So he likes that. Maps are great, and and then he also see. I go to most of mine's going to be like GMT. So because I've got GMT like in my backyard, so every 6 months, matter of fact, like October is GMT Games at the Warehouse. So I go over there, and there's they get all their developers and the big wigs and the top dogs over there, and lots of guys come from all over the place, and they essentially just open up their warehouse, set up like 30 tables, and like 150 people just game, anything GMT or otherwise. But they usually give a good discount for the participants. I mean, you got to pay to go, but they usually give a good discount. So, as tight as I am, I'm not going to buy, some of their games are kind of pricey, but with their discount, you can make it worth your while to pick them up. So pretty much, I have like through the discount, I've gotten like all the Panzer series.
Wait, before you go on, the
Yep.
Panzer series, because I was going to bring this up, but you mentioned it. Is that the tactical armor Panzer? Because there's like a couple.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of interested in that, but I
Um,
want to know what you think. I don't know if you've played it, but you've looked through it probably.
I haven't played it. I think there's a couple guys have done a couple replays online on YouTube. I'd like to see maybe a slightly different format, or I don't know, a breakdown, sort of like a breakdown of the rules, sort of like what you do, right? I'd like to see that more for other systems, but it's not done. It's just kind of done like very general overall. And I think it's
You're
not
better at breaking down
so.
rules than me. That's kind of your thing.
But yeah, but it's not. It's like because I'm like Scott. I don't want to. It's hard to read these rules, and I've got all these. I mean, literally,
Yeah.
I've got 2 shelffuls of GMT games I picked up from there, and pretty much there's like nothing left I don't want. I mean, I got Thunder Alley. One of my buddies is a developer. I picked up his stuff, Tank Duel, and I just buy that just to support him. So, and what some of the good stuff. My son picked up Space Corp when we went over there. I think if you go over there, you get a game for free or something. So we played that one a couple times. That one looks engaging. It looks, a lot of the GMT games are, especially some of their abstract stuff. A lot of it's big time, like sort of Rome sort of shit. Really not my cup of tea. Like you, I'm kind of a tactician guy, or maybe like a situational Euro style type game. Like Churchill, I feel isn't really a war game. It's more like a Euro game. A very good game, 3-player game. Churchill, just a really really good game. It's really fun to play. And yeah, the Panzer series. I haven't played the Panzer series. I really want to kick it out. I printed the rules out, but it's like reading the old Avalon Hill rules. It's like, good God!
I saw a comment. I saw a comment on Facebook the other day on the ASL group and somebody said that they liked the way it handled armor in Panzer better than ASL.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
because
that's primarily why
that's
I
what
picked
it
it up,
is, right? It's armor primarily.
Yeah.
Where ASL is more started as infantry and they kind of added armor.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how the Panzer armor rules how they compare to ASL's armor rules.
Yeah. Well, maybe that'll be my homework for the next couple of weeks. Gotta get into that, read the rules, because I've had them for a while. I've had them for forever. I've had to hunt down some. Actually, I bought the expansions before the base game because the base game was out of print.
Yeah.
So I picked that up later, and then Combat Commander. It's like, when a lot of times I'll go through Facebook and I'll just look for games that people are getting rid of, because we're all getting older. We're just, I want these 500 games. Get the hell rid of them. Or I got this, that, and the other. So I'll see some sets, but I don't buy one game and have the guy pay $40 shipping. That's bullshit. I want to buy, like, I'll say, hey, how about these 10 games? Give me a deal of these 10 games because it makes up for the shipping. I'll pay the $50 shipping, but I want like 10 games. So, but I picked up like 3 extra costs. I almost have 3 complete sets of Combat Commanders. That way I can just like take them or take like a travel set somewhere. It's like, if it's screwed up, it gets screwed up. The funny thing is about Combat Command, it's really hilarious. ASL, right? Counter trade, counter storage, all that bullshit like that. I just joke about, anybody that looks at Combat Commander and compares it to ASL, they are not even night and day. It's like matter, antimatter compared to like counter storage. I literally bought 3 trays that are like 3x5s, and that's all your Combat Commander counters, minus the partisans, right?
Right.
And it all fits like in one box, and you got maybe 2 boxes total, and that's it, people. And again, the excitement level.
Every map is the same size, so orders of battles are controlled, kind of. Or
exactly. So
the units used in a scenario are kind of already fixed in size. So
right, and the beauty of Combat Commander is that if you have more units, it doesn't do you a damn bit of good. All it does is lengthen the game, because I play a command order, and it only usually affects a small one or a small group of units. And the smaller, well, they're all small scenarios, so therefore it gives that ability. But if you had if you put two of those maps together, it'd be unplayable. I mean, that's the whole purpose, is to sit down, play it, a really intense battle in small space and beating each other up. It's like playing essentially it's playing the end game of any ASL scenario. Is, all my troops come up and, I got to capture these 8 buildings and I got to travel across open ground and my guys get shot the hell up and so on and so forth. But it's like, okay, I've made it to the buildings. Now I got to, capture the buildings and get off the map or whatever. It's the end game of most of ASL scenarios, which, you just get right into the mix of it. So,
Well, the
anyway,
system, I don't want to focus
no,
on
yeah.
Combat
No, go ahead.
Commander, but the way the system is designed it fixes the size of every scenario. Because like you said, if you had these huge monster scenarios like ASL has, then you'd have either a huge command deck or you'd be going through the command deck like 50 times to finish a scenario, which
Right.
isn't the intent of the game.
Right.
So it's a nice game for quick, fun, chaotic, tactical play.
And that kind of mentioned with regards to size, and again in comparison with CC players and ASL players, think of the group, right? Patrick Pence puts on a monthly Combat Commander sort of challenge or whatever. He groups to get people together. You play essentially like a ladder play or something like that. So a lot of guys are on that. Tons of dudes, very active, and but just what you just said right there kind of clicked for me. It's like Combat Commander players are tight because they're playing same size board, pretty much same number of units, the same type of scenario in terms of scope versus ASL players. And we covered this last time in terms of size. Like me, I like one, half board to maybe 2 board size scenarios and small engagements, and limited armor. That's a very specific type of set that I like to play with. You can be 3 boards with more than 5 vehicles on a side or 4 vehicles on a side. I'm losing interest. It's not really what I want. And then you got your campaign game guys, and then you got this, you got that, and so essentially what that does is have not a tier list or anything like that, but it spreads and fragments the type of ASL players that we are.
Yeah.
And so you might have
might
have some guys that only want to play big armor scenarios or only desert or only PTO. And then you have the guys that are new that don't want to play something heavy like that. Maybe even starter kit, right? So now you have starter kit as another fracture. So unfortunately, it's kind of gotten that way, but I guess that's the nature of the beast is with the detail, you have to have the variety. And although Combat Commander is detailed, there is lots of variety, but you're playing the same scale of a game. Anyway, I didn't want to go on that, but it just kind of brought to mind. It's like, that's really in essence the difference between CC and ASL players. Not that there's, neither one's better than the other. It's just that one of them really, it's like, like the Lions Club or whatever the case, the Great Poobah or whatever. You've got a tight knit guys with a singular focus. But anyway,
I don't know if you could. I don't know if you could do it with Combat Commander, but what I've seen them do with like Memoir 44 is they'll do like, as far as size, but with Memoir I've seen them they'll play like Omaha Beach.
Yeah,
they'll just
they have multiple. Yeah, they have multiple boards.
Multiple games going. I'll just kind of it's just one end just strung out, and probably multiple players, but
yeah,
it kind of
I've done that with
better.
Cabana Colors Ancients. I think they got the same sort of thing. You get like 6 boards. You can play with 6 guys. It's it's but computer games wise, Second Front in terms of it's ASL, but it's
basically
computer games. That's kind of what I usually look into. I do Battlefield series. That's probably the best series ever that's going to ever be out there. I played some Euro Truck Simulator just when I'm bored and just listen to music.
You a World of Tanks guy?
That's pretty much pay to play.
I know.
I do love the tanks and what the rendering of the tanks. It looks beautiful.
But
But when I've got a Matilda and Matilda 2, and I'm like pounding your ass, and you've got like a small 20mm tank, and I get killed, it's like, go fuck yourself.
yeah, I played it years ago, and it's a really cool game. But I got tired of getting owned by guys that spend a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Like, and I haven't played it since. Like, no, I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't mind spending money on a game to play it, but to microtransactions, you have to spend. I don't know the way it works now, but spend money to buy a special ammo or a special tank and all this other shit.
Yeah.
No.
King
And
Tiger.
It's different. It's different if you could skill yourself up to that level, but if I pay X amount of dollars, I get like my armor piercing shots are better. It's like, no.
No.
It's
that's
no.
lame.
I mean, it
Pay to win.
I want it to be like that, but it's unfortunately they went to the greedy side. But yeah, the other I've played a lot of Euro games, tons of Euro games, because there's a lot of face ASL around here. Tons of Euro games, and just the whole gamut of that crap.
So
I do not like. I do really. I'll play a couple of them depending on what they are, but the Euro games I play have to be competitive in terms of I can fuck you over, you can fuck me over. Now, if it's like multiplayer solitaire, really not interested in that because it's just an exercise. I'll do it if we're just kind of gaming for the weekend. I'll play one of those. But I want to be able to screw you over and have you pissed at me, and then you try to screw me over and me try to counter that, that sort of thing. A give and take. And I like games that you can come from behind. Trois is not necessarily one of those, but Trois is one of my favorite games. Troyes. It's a good Euro style game where it's got dice. I like games that have dice, which don't use the dice for outcome, but more for utility. And Trois is one of those. And anyway, you guys could look at a Board Game Geek.
So
excellent game.
Before I ask this question, a couple things that came to mind. I never even mentioned Magic the Gathering. I played in the early 90s. I don't know, 91 to 96 maybe. I was heavily into Magic the Gathering. Did tournaments. Had a huge collection and had all the cards that today I sold them, but I didn't get money that I would have made today. I had back then we didn't know. I was playing with an Alpha Black Lotus back then. No one fucking knew.
I played
worth
my
like
buddies
300
too,
grand right now if it was mint.
Yeah.
It's
That's ridiculous.
I'm playing with it. Also we played other games like Robo Rally, which is a great game. Haven't played that in years. That's a Richard Garfield, same guy who did Magic the Gathering. Really fun cat game. We entered a tournament in Spokane at a gaming convention and we won.
Nice.
Our team won the tournament, Robo Rally tournament. But the question I wanted to ask is back to Hex Encounter. If you can recall from your memory, I'll ask Scott first. What is the first Hex Encounter game you bought or played that kind of got you into that hobby?
It's probably like Milton Bradley Tank Battle.
Okay. How about you?
That was
Oh, go ahead, Scott.
Oh, that was like in the early 70s, probably when I was young.
Yeah.
It was Milton Bradley,
Yeah.
But it was more like checkers than an actual war game. But yeah.
Well,
right.
You start learning those strategies and tactics, right?
Actually, it was like Chopper Strike. I think that was the very first war game I ever had. I got for Christmas or birthday. It was Milton Bradley Chopper Strike, and then Tank Battle.
Okay. How about you, Stu?
Yeah, you're talking like war game or just
doesn't necessarily have to be a board Hex Encounter, but a game that got you into strategy and tactics, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, my mom used to always for Christmas buy board games for us around Christmas time, and some of those were just regular ones, but they weren't like freaking shoots ladders, some shit like that.
Yeah.
It'd be like Othello,
Candyland.
and
Operation.
yeah, it'd be like Othello and these other strategy type games, trivia games, things like that. Games that maybe are on the next level of strategy and thinking behind your moves. So those are pretty cool. I didn't really play a lot of the, maybe like the chopper commands where you move like your little pieces on there. I mean, Stratego was one of the early games I played. One of the first games I played, Stratego. That's huge. That's a big one. I mean, that's it's in the fucking name, right? Stratego.
Yeah.
And so that was probably my first introduction to real, other than of course like chess, to
Yep.
real like kind of off the wall type gaming. And then from that, of course, you could put your fucking flag like way up in the front on the left hand side. And I've done that before because some people just ignore one side and they'll like dig deep and do that sort of thing. So like your initial placement of guys or whatever. But so and after that, it's just by the time I was like 16 or so, I think Squad Leaders like Scott was pretty much my first Silent Hill board game that I purchased. I mean, I play at the same time during that same 6-month period. I played Panzer Leader, Panzer Blitz, that sort of thing. But my game that I purchased was Squad Leader back in the day.
Yeah.
And but just a couple whatever Stratego-like games out there. Othello was another one. You flip, strategically place your pieces to screw people over. I was never a big card game player, and that's probably why I really don't like a lot of card-driven games. I mean, Combat Commander's semi that way, but it's not like Hearts. Not a big Hearts. I'll play poker, but that's about the
Go
only card
Fish.
game I really
Yeah.
play. Yeah, not even that.
I'm not
that,
a card. My wife loves playing cards, regular
Yeah,
cards. I'd fall
I
asleep.
just think it's
like,
boring.
I just had no
I just
interest.
think it's boring. It doesn't give me enough. It doesn't give. I mean,
Crazy
there's a lot of
Eights.
strategy behind that, but I don't want to have to deal with it. I want to see some destruction.
Yeah.
I
So
want to see some punishment.
for
I like
me,
card games. I'll play strip poker.
Oh,
in
hello.
Vegas.
Hey.
Hey,
Right now. Right now.
For me, you mentioned chess. I played a lot of chess in junior high and high school, but I wouldn't say that was really the thing. I think, and maybe Scott, I'll ask you, do you remember where A&W was in Moscow?
Yeah.
Do you remember I forget the street, Jackson, the street behind it? There was
that's where the game store was.
Yeah, it was called Wildflower Design. It was a little hobby shop.
It was a crafts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mostly crafts. Yeah.
Yep.
That's where I bought Squad Leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they used to have they had a game room in the back, and I went in there one day. I was just a kid. I don't know how old I was. I was maybe 12, 13 or something. And I went back there, and this was before Squad Leader, before I was playing D&D at the time, which got me into gaming.
Yeah,
not necessarily tactical gaming.
Yeah, they had D&D stuff. They
Yeah.
had the monster manuals and all that stuff. Yeah.
But I went in there one day, and there were guys gaming in the back room, and they had a big table set up with all this terrain and miniature trees, right? And they had their little
miniatures.
they had their Napoleonic stuff all out, and I'm like,
cool.
What is this?
Wow.
I'd never seen anything like that before. And I just kind of was watching them, and they're like, "Do you want to play?" And I said, I don't know how to play." And they're like, "Oh, we'll teach you. You can command this, whatever platoon of cavalry or whatever it was, right?"
Yep.
And they played, and they said, "Yeah, what do you want to do? Move them, measure." I don't remember the exact rule set they were using, and roll this many dice. And I just played, and
yeah,
I think that's what kind of hooked me into the tactical part of it. It wasn't a hex and counter game, but it was the first time I'd ever seen miniatures played on a table setup with all the terrain and stuff, which was really cool.
Nice.
But the first game I actually bought, other than remember those Steve Jackson micro games, those pocket games?
Oh,
They were really
yeah.
small. They were like $3-4. That's all I could
Revolt
afford.
on Antares.
Well, like Ogre, GEV, and I've mentioned
Yeah.
it before. The first game that I bought, real war game or hex encounter game, was Outreach by SPI. Sci-fi game where you conquer the galaxy. That's the first war game that I bought with my money, other than the Steve Jackson stuff.
Oh, all right.
And then I think shortly after that, Scott told me about Squad Leader, right? And that kind of got going. And then I got exposed to other hex encounter war games as well. So
Okay.
I think it was that Napoleonic game that was kind of opened my eyes because I'd never seen anything like it before at that
Well,
time.
I forgot to mention that I have played miniatures. Back in like early 2000s. Got hooked up with a group of guys. They played Civil War miniatures, 15 millimeter. So we used to play some Civil War stuff, and then, the guy at the hobby store tried to sell me on Flames of War when it came out, and
You flamed out.
World War II. Yeah, I flamed out.
Flamed out on that one.
At the time it was just a horrible. We played. I think we set it up. Everybody bought some miniatures, painted them up, and we played like one game. Set up one game and played it, and the rules were terrible. But we found another rule set, and I actually have painted a bunch of World War II miniatures. I haven't for a while now, but I used to paint them up and play miniatures.
You still have them?
Yeah, I still got them.
What game in your games besides ASL did you regret playing? Like, oh my god, I wasted an afternoon on this shit.
That's the timer,
Anything?
so let's see if we can wrap it up. Scott, go ahead. I'm trying to think.
Oh, I'm thinking too.
That I regretted.
Yeah, it's like you just wasted your time learning it and playing it. You got nothing out of it. It's like, no, just never again. How about a never again game? Mine would be like the 18XX series of like, rail games for me. So like, that's way too abstract. Nah.
I can't think of anything off the top of my. Nothing's coming to me. I'm usually pretty selective with what I try, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I've played a lot of games over the years, and I wouldn't say I ever regret playing them. I just like figure, well, I don't care for it. It's not really for me, so I won't play it again.
Right.
But
well, kind of that. I mean, it's like, you wasted your time. So that, there's a mild regret. It's like, I could have been doing something else, like mowing the lawn or
playing ASL or
getting beat up by the bully down the street or some shit.
Well, I can think of one that kind of falls in that. Rise and Fall of the Third Reich, Avalon Hill, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was called, right?
Yeah.
So one of our friends, John Jacobs, he loved that game.
Yep.
And he tried to get me into it, and he even bought me a copy of it. He wanted me to play it so bad.
Damn.
And I didn't have the heart to.
$15.
I didn't. Back then. Yeah. I didn't have the heart to tell him that I didn't like it. It was just like we talked about earlier. It was just too abstract. I mean, it's the whole of Europe, right, on a smallish map, and I don't remember the unit sizes were, but I wasn't interested in it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like an area map too, right? It's not a hex it's not hex.
No,
it's like area.
I don't remember.
It's hex. If Avalon Hill
hex?
one was hex, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That version was, yeah.
I think it was
sure
hex, yeah.
White, they're all white.
Yeah,
terrible.
Yeah, there was like no terrain on it. It was just kind of
ugly
all white.
fucking map. Yeah.
And I just wasn't interested, and I didn't have the heart to tell my friend that I didn't want to play it.
Yeah.
But that's I guess my gaming regret. Other than that, like Scott said, if I play something, if it doesn't click, I just write it off and don't play it again, I guess. Yeah. Okay. We're over our time limit.
Sorry to end the show on a Debbie Downer question, but
thanks, man.
Thanks,
we
Stu.
have come back to ASL.
Harshing
Rub your
mellow.
shirt. Rub your shirt. Let's see.
You run the whole show.
Give us some
Stu,
bling. Look at that
thanks.
shit. Oh
So
yeah.
random selection show backwards on the video because
Yeah.
Discord flips everything. I don't know why, but it's annoying.
It's all right.
All right.
It's all right.
Okay, let's wrap it up. Episode, I didn't see, it was episode 15. Say
15 or I thought 14? What happened to 14?
That was last week.
Was it?
Yeah.
You're
wow.
falling behind.
Like-
This is 15.
like it-
We're on 15.
2 days
half
ago.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Half sleep most times. So.
Wake up.
It's all
Okay.
good.
Say sayonara.
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 Okay, now if you
Chill out. Digwad.
now if you say sayonara, will that say goodbye if I'm using the Japanese translator
Good question.
in
I'm
English?
gonna say it very clearly. So, see what the Japanese translator does at the video. Sayonara.
Domi Gato, Mr. Roboto.
Get to the chopper!
If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like what you saw, thanks for watching, and let me know how I can do better. See you in the next video.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.